Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Phobos here, bringing you more user-submitted content once again from FaDeEvan. He continues to submit them, so we can continue to cast them. As you can see here, we're on Shakira's Plateau. Evan is in the top left corner, and his opponent, GoldfFish, the blue Zerg, is in the top right corner. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this at any other time, but most of the games I cast now are cold cast, so be very forgiving of me if I stumble across what I'm doing, because I really haven't seen the video before. As we can see here, you know, Overlord moving out, very standard, very normal. Just beginning of the game is always slow. We do see Evan dropping his supply depot at 10, very normal time. Just continuing both to create SCVs. It's pretty much the only thing that happens on Shakira's Plateau. Shakira's Plateau is one of my favorite maps because there's a lot of intricacies involved. I kind of am bummed out that they decided to remove the back wall, the back rocks with the new ladder edition. But you know what? I can see how it was creating problems for different styles of gameplay. I just thought it made it a much more intricate game, and the game was much more wary because you had to kind of watch yourself on two fronts. The Overlord is going to spot this, and we haven't seen Evan move out with any kind of a scout yet. So there it looks like he's going, and we do see a supply depot going to be dropped here. No, not a supply depot, a second barracks. Looks like he's going for a blind 2-racks push, which is actually very aggressive. I can understand that game style against Zerg, and we do see the SCV moving straight across here. He is going to spot this early expo. So tactically, the 2-racks push is the correct decision. It's just he made that decision before having any basis to make it on, which I don't really agree with, but hey, it looks like it's going to pay off. Do you see the spawning pool dropped for GoldfFish now? He's got quite a few drones pumping away here. I don't see any Zerglings in these. No early Zerglings, no base defense or anything, which I don't agree with because it makes this expo really susceptible to bunker rushes, especially with 2-racks pressure like this. Alright, see the orbital command center has been the command center has been upgraded to an orbital command, and we see the first 50 energy has been spent on a mule. Evan is just working on plugging out some Marines, and like I said, no Zerglings, very susceptible to a bunker rush. We finally see some Zerglings getting made, and I hope these Zerglings are going to finish before these Marines get anywhere close enough to protecting that SCV. That SCV may be able to get the bunker up, but it's not going to be pretty here once that spine crawler pops. He needs to start repairing that bunker already. Do have the Marines marching in. They will deal with those Zerglings fairly handedly. All 4, so perfect amount for the bunker here. Now if they can get by those spine crawlers, he may look. Yep, there you go. Salvages the bunker. It's a really smart place to put the bunker right in the way of that mineral line, but it's going to be really hard to get any kind of reinforcements actually into that bunker with those spine crawlers right there. These Marines, as we can see, are continuing to provide some harassment, driving everything back here. With that many Zerglings and a support queen, they shouldn't have a problem with that many Marines, but I guess deciding to play it safe, moving up the spine crawlers and everything, coming down with proficient inject larva. Only one queen it looks like up at the moment though. We do see a command center dropping for Evan here. It looks like he's going to look to expand pretty quickly, and we do see a couple more barracks and that second refinery coming out. Very, very bio heavy in his play here against the Zerg. Zerg continuing to drone up. Like I said, I'm not very familiar with Zerg or Protoss gameplay. I play Terran primarily, so that's what I can best critique on. But with this many racks coming out, and not a whole lot of vision in the center. I would imagine that Evan would be able to steamroll this pretty effectively. We do see a tech lab coming out on this fourth barracks. Looks like he's going to start getting stim and everything here for in a minute. Do see a scouting Zergling coming out. Hopefully going to, and we do see him take the Exelnaga Tower. I have to agree with this very well, because there's no way, if he's not producing units right now, there's no way for him to tell when a push is coming. And as we can see with this push coming, I bet you GoldfFish is going to immediately start making more attacking units. We do see him drop extra spine crawlers for defense. Against this many Marines, though, they're not going to finish time, and these spine crawlers aren't going to be extremely effective. Well, that's not really correct. They will be effective, but they won't last very long. We have this Marine grabbing this bottom Exelnaga Tower. I don't know why he's down there and not up here, but that's his call. Looks like he did get the SCV split, and he's getting his natural saturated already. He's going to try and force the Zerg onto a Zerg base, the Zerg onto a third base here. We do see the additional Queen coming up, and we see 2 extractors dropping, as well as a just finished third one up here at the natural. Looks like he's going for some very gas-intensive play, whether that's Mutalisks, which would not do well against those Marines, or Banelings, we have yet to see. Maybe going for Roaches or Hydralisks, but we don't see any kind of tech commitment coming from GoldfFish yet. See a lot of static defense and a handful of Zerglings, but other than that, that's about it. Just more Marines coming from Evan. We do have the stim pack nearly finished here. Probably going to immediately start working on combat shield after that with all the Marines here. We have a factory that is almost done with siege tank upgrades, and we do have a single tank up here. It looks like Evan's in a fairly strong position with all these Marines. He's got a very mobile army as well. I would not be very surprised if I saw Evan go for some sort of medevac drop in the back here, but I don't see any kind of teching to Starport